Hello, Beez Bladers! Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day. If not at least, words, I hope it's at least a good day or your day's getting better. But I have a brand new petrified fish to check out with all you guys and gals, and this one should be a good one. This is a more budget-oriented knife. We've had a lot of pricier Mr. Fancy Pants knives on the channel lately, and this is going to be a more budget, not super budget, but a more budget oriented, around the $50 mark. And I'm excited that I get to share it with you. This is, I think it's the newest release from Petrified Fish, and I'm very excited to check it out. This is going to be more of a work knife. Are you ready? This is the Petrified Fish Hairtail. Would you look at it? Just look at it in all of its shininess. Oh my goodness, look at that carbon fiber, a little bit of carbon fibre. Wow, that is, okay, I got to get in here and see if I can get you a good look at the sheen and the way that catches the sun. I am not outside. The way it catches the light. Oh my goodness, nice contouring on the scales. And there's your Petrified Fish logo. This does have a captive pivot and it has caged ceramic ball bearings. And let's take a look up here. What kind of jimping do, oh, okay. Even though the jimping doesn't go around the flipper like I prefer, it does have some nice grip to it. So Petrified Fish, if you just so happen to watch this video, I recommend get more jimping than this. Put some jimping going around. That way it always catches your finger and you don't slip off, because no one wants to have cold fingers and slip off of a flipper tab. But I digress. Let's see. Does it? It does not have a reversible clip. Wah, wah. We do prefer, most of us, and I'm curious, let me know in the comments, do you prefer, say yes or no for reversible clip? I want to know how many people actually carry one in the left pocket, or you're left-handed. And like me, I carry one in my left pocket and I reverse the clip. Or one way you can still have a knife like this and still use it left-handed is you just put it in your back left pocket. That way this will be against the seam and you don't get any accidental openings. And this does have a lanyard hole. And let's look here. It's not a deep carry clip, which this is going to be a working knife. So it's going to be easier to get in and out of your pocket because you have enough room. It's not sunk down in your pocket where you have to go in with your thumb. You're going to be able to grab it out very easily. And let's see. Oh my goodness. That is an extremely tight and non-bendy clip. Whew, that, once you have that in your pocket, it's not going anywhere. And here's a look. There's a G10 backspacer. All right, let's get this blade out. Are you ready to see this blade? Oh, okay. That's, it's not what I expected. It's longer than I expected. That is very cool. I like that blade shape. That is a good looking drop point blade. Wow, look at that. That is very nice. This is K110 steel. I like this. This is a very unique, what do you call that? A stonewash, kind of speckled look, super clean looking. Look at that, kind of a blacked out look to it. That is very nice. Now, from tip to tip, this bad boy is 8.35 inches long, which is 212 millimeters. Your handle is 4.8 inches long, which is 122 millimeters. Your blade is 3.54 inches. So you have a 90 millimeter blade. That is very, very cool. And there's a few, you could also get micarta if you don't like carbon fiber. They also have micarta scales. This one is smooth to the touch, doesn't really have any texture whatsoever. I would imagine the micarta would probably have a little more texture. It does have this going on. Sounds like kind of like a, it's either a cricket or a frog. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, I don't see any problem being, ooh, oh yeah, I'll have what she's having. The grip on this thing is very good. My hand is 4 inches from here to here, 3.5 from here to here, and from the bottom of my palm to the tip of my middle finger is 7.25. And let's see if we have any hot spots. Giving it the Beez squeeze. Let's see, bearing down on it like I'm using it, like I'm pushing. The only thing I'm feeling is right here. See, whenever you get a handle that they're forcing your fingers in particular spots, that could be a nitpick, because it depends on your hand and the size of your hand and where your fingers fall. Now, if I had chunkier fingers, I think that my chunkier, if I held it like this, 2 fingers here, your pinky back here, and this finger here. But my hands aren't as chunky, so this is where mine fall. You see my pinky is falling right on this hump right here. So I'm feeling that unless I go back a little bit, then I'm not feeling it. So just something to keep in mind. It's not neutral handles. You do have a little bit of contouring, but you know, truth be told, when I'm holding it like this, if I'm doing push cutting, my hand does kind of fall into place, and I do kind of lock back in here up on that little flat area with my pinky. So that does kind of work. Now, how about a reverse grip? The reverse grip is comfortable. What am I feeling here? I'm feeling these edges right here aren't chamfered. So it's hard for you to tell. See where that is flat? That's pretty 90 degree-ish. So that might be something to take into consideration, how hard you're going to be using the knife. But just in general, just holding this knife in general, just using it like you would be using it, it's comfortable if you're not really squeezing down. I'm squeezing and bearing down, trying to see if I can find any hot spots. So let me back out here just a little bit and let's see. Man, petrified fish always nails the action. It is so smooth for a $50 knife. I think these are like 53 to, these are between 53 and 60, depending on how fancy a version you get. Let's look over here. Oh man. So here's some acoustics. So the light switch works very well. How about a little bit of push button? Oh yeah, it comes flying out with a throw tie. And I will say this, I do have a lot of experience with K110 steel from Petrified Fish. I haven't had any issues with it. It always sharpens up very nicely. I mean, gets a nice keen edge. So I have no issues. I haven't had issues with the steel being soft from all of the K110 that I have sharpened from Petrified Fish. So that's just my personal experience. And I can tell you this thing came with a very, very sharp edge on it. I am liking this. If you want a bigger work knife, this is going to probably fall in your wheelhouse. And for a little bit of comparison, here is the QSP Penguin, because everybody should have a Penguin, right? And then the Civivi Elementum 2 button lock. Yeah, see, it's a large knife. It's between regular and large. It's not quite like extra large, but if you have XL hands, it's going to fit your XL hands just as well. It's going to probably fit your XL hands better than it fits my large width hands. I wear a large glove. Here is the Spyderco Manix 2 lightweight, and yes, I use the heck out of this one. I love that knife. And here is the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. Longer than the Paramilitary 2, doesn't have as much area for your handle just because the Paramilitary 2 has that front forward choil, but it does have a lot longer blade sharpen lengthwise. Look how much sharpen length this has compared to those two Spydercos. It has like, that's a good 1/4 of an inch sharpen length more than the Spyderco. Wow. Okay. And let's put one more up here. How about the Spyderco Pair 3? Which a lot of people have and love. So there you go. Maybe that'll help you hone in and get an idea of the size of this bad boy. If you want any more specs or any more numbers or any more information about it, I'll have a link in the description and in the comment section. You can always go check it out. It'll tell you the weight and the length and the height and the width and all that good fun stuff. But overall, I love Petrified Fish knives. They're great knives. When you get one like this, it's a working knife. This is one for somebody that's going to use their knife, and they're not worried. They're not worried about putting a scratch on it. They're going to actually use their knife, get in it to win it, maybe resharpen it, that kind of thing. And then sharpening wise, it doesn't have a sharpening choil. The plunge grind ends up here, so you do have a little bit of room before you get a smile. But that's something, when you get $53 for something this solid, wow, that's an absolute win. So let me know what you think about the new Petrified Fish Hairtail. I like it. Don't have any complaints. I mean, it's a Petrified Fish. It's a good knife. All of their knives are really good. So go watch this video. You're really going to enjoy that. And until I see you again in the lives or the chats or right after you hit the thumbs up button on this video, remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.